In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. I welcome all to this program, Voice of Saints. Today, 9th of May, our Holy Catholic Church celebrates the feast of Saint Pachomius. Pachomius was born in 292 in Thebes to pagan parents. According to his hagiography, at age 21, Pachomius was swept up against his will in a Roman army recruitment drive, a common occurrence during this period of turmoil and civil war. With several other youths, he was put onto a ship that floated down the Nile and arrived at Thebes in the evening. Here, he first encountered local Christians who customarily brought food and comfort daily to the conscripted troops. This made a lasting impression, and Pachomius vowed to investigate Christianity further when he got out. He was able to leave the army without ever having to fight, was converted and baptized. Pachomius then came into contact with several well-known ascetics and decided to pursue their path under the guidance of the hermit named Pachomius. One of his devotions, popular at the time, was praying with his arms stretched out in the form of a cross. After studying 7 years with Pachomius, Pachomius set out to lead the life of a hermit near Saint Anthony of Egypt, whose practices he imitated until Pachomius heard a voice in Diocese that told him to build a dwelling for the hermits to come to. An earlier ascetic named Macarius had created a number of proto-monasteries called lavra or cells where holy men who were physically or mentally unable to achieve the rigors of Anthony's solitary life would live in a community setting. Pachomius established his first monastery between 318 and 323 at Diocese, Egypt. His elder brother John joined him, and soon more than 100 monks lived nearby. Pachomius set about organizing these cells into a formal organization. Until then, Christian asceticism had been solitary or erratic, with male or female monastics living in individual huts or caves and meeting only for occasional worship services. Pachomius created the community or cenobitic organization in which male or female monastics lived together and held their property in common under the leadership of an abbot or abbess. Pachomius realized that some men acquainted only with the eremitical life might speedily become disgusted if the distracting cares of the cenobitical life were thrust too abruptly upon them. He therefore allowed them to devote their whole time to spiritual exercises, undertaking all the community's administrative tasks himself. The community hailed Pachomius as Abba, from which Abbot derives. The monastery at Diocese, though enlarged several times, soon became too small, and a second was found at Pavo. After 336, Pachomius spent most of his time at Pavo. Though Pachomius sometimes acted as lecturer for nearby shepherds, neither he nor any of his monks became priest. Saint Athanasius visited and wished to ordain him in 333, but Pachomius fled from him. Athanasius' visit was probably a result of Pachomius' zealous defense of orthodoxy against Arianism. Basil of Caesarea visited, then took many of Pachomius' ideas, which he adapted and implemented in Caesarea. This ascetic rule or ascetica is still used today by the Eastern Orthodox Church, comparable to that of the rule of Saint Benedict in the West. On behalf of Saints Fans Association, I wish a happy, holy feast of Saint Pachomius. Amen.